Hello there, you're listening to Zolimuli's Thoughts and Nuts podcast, where I just talk about the what ifs in life or anything in particular that is happening in the world or around me. But most of the time, I would talk about things that I can't talk out loud, and I would just put it in the podcast. As usual, how is life? I am not sure if I'm okay or not, but if you're feeling the same, then hey, high five. But if you do feel okay, then congratulations, because you're living a day better. Well, that's a weird way to put it, but at least you're whatever. But good to hear is what I would say. Now, I was brainstorming my head off, my brain off, to think of what topic am I supposed to talk about. Interesting things. I mean, I have a lot of things to talk about, and I have like a list of it. However, somehow it does not feel like it doesn't click to me at the moment. Like, the same way how you pick your clothes to go out, like, not this clothes, not this baju, not this one. I want to wear something that I feel that I can rock it or something. And that's the same way how I'm feeling. But this time I'm feeling like nothing fits my mood or my emotions or my whatever I'm feeling, because to a point where I'm thinking that I am in I'm stuck in the middle. But then even if, and that's what I've been like, trying to think. That's what I've been doing for the past 3 hours before recording. And I'm like, crap, what am I supposed to talk about? Like, what am I supposed to talk about? Search, browse. Even I wanted to do the 78 book questions, but then at the same time, what am I? Am I a celebrity to begin with? No. Would it be interesting? Probably. But it doesn't seem right to me. And also I have like bunch of other topics. Also, even I promised Mariam to do that book review. Although the book review thing, I don't think it's what I'm going to do. I mean, it's ongoing. It's still ongoing because I'm still trying to re-review the book for the third time, because I read that book twice and then I have to read it thrice to make sure that I'm not missing a point. So it might not be a book review, pretty much a book summary, if I must say. Usually, before I record an episode, there would be like notes for me to like refer, like, oh, I was about to talk about this, I was about to talk about this. But this one, since I'm like in a blank state of like what to talk, and then I was like, I need to do this because I promised myself to finish the goddamn 7-day episode. And if I miss the day, then it means it's game over for me. Well, not really game over, it's just like, crap, I failed, is what I would feel. However, some people would say, don't be hard on yourself, it's okay. And that is true. However, it does not mean that you can just give up any single time. Like, this is hard, I'm gonna give up. Nah, nope. At least try. So I just set up my camera, set up the mic, set up lights, pick which hoodie that I'm going to wear, and just start recording. So pretty much this episode is very impromptu, like very random. or but most of it probably I'll talk about process, like life process, or something just a random rambles. Mm-mm. Speaking of topics, I have a lot of topics to talk. I mean, I have like listed bunch and like lists of pages of topics. And as I said, most of it does not feel right, depending on what I'm feeling today. Although uh, in terms of like work ethics or kind of work ethics, it's not even work. This is not even like work. It's just like doing for, you know, seriously doing it for fun. Not doing it for fun. I'm just seriously doing it for fun, which seems like I'm just having fun. I'm just taking it seriously, but at the same time thinking that this is fun. What am I saying anyway? Yeah, and like if I were to like mention the topics that I can think of from the list that seem this seems okay, this like can be used, is like relationships, you know, why am I still single? Which I don't mind because I don't not want to be in a relationship. And neither. This is something that I chose already lah. I'm still 22, going 23. Still have a long way to go, but one thing that I've decided, I'm not going to go into marriage. I'm not going to get married for a reason that I just don't want to. Is that a very interesting topic? It seems very childish. But, if you think that it's like, Hazel, tell me about it. Is it because you can't get a girlfriend? That one, no. I can get a girlfriend anytime I want. I mean, not really anytime I want. It's just that whenever the opportunity to be in a relationship approaches me, I usually be the one to be like, I only look here as a friend. Or pretty much, I'm not ready for that. Or you're too clingy. Or you're too attached. And I do not like that. I mean, it depends on what type of person was approaching. Like, what type of person was like, hey Zol, I like you, but then I'll have like this. You sure? Oh yeah, that is one thing. One more thing is that whenever anyone like approach me like, hey, I like you, can we be like in a relationship or something? And the very first thing is that I always like start hitting myself is, you sure you like me? Like, do you really, really like who I am? I am very negative. All you see from me is that I like I appear very friendly or kind or approachable or very senang nak berkawan, friendly lah tu kan. I don't know what, but then I would doubt myself like, do you really like who I was like showing to other people? Like my outer self, the way I treat people, is that the only thing that you like? If that is what you like about me, then please think twice because I am complicated. Complicated as in to take care of, to be treated, to be like, to be handled. And my mood swings is as serious, is very roller coaster ish. This day I'm okay, the next day I'm not okay. And yeah, if you think that is I can explain more, but I'm not going to talk about that because I'm going to ramble about other stuff also. Since this is an impromptu, random questions, topics, whatever it is, because I have no freaking idea. There is no script. This is very improv. However, if you think that that is like, hey, can you tell me more? Although I can just decide I can just talk about it, kan. But that one would be in my drafts, because I know my match. If my match is like any of my match is listening to my podcast, and they're gonna get a heart attack. Like, I think most people can relate that their makcik would be like, bila nak kahwin? And then if I answer like, no, I'm not gonna get married. I don't even have a girlfriend. And I don't want to be in a relationship. Most likely they will be shocked. And, who knows, they will go into coma. Like, anak apa, Zul ni, Iskandar ni tak nak kahwin. Bahaya tu. Whatever lah kan. That is topic draft 1. Well, okay, probably I'll just talk about drafts that I want to talk, but then I have doubts that it would be a good thing, because truth be told, like most of the drafts that I have, I tried recording and then it ends up being, hard to talk. I mean, it's not really hard to talk, it's just that I start in the midway talking through, or like talking about the topic that I drafted. Most of it I start getting panic attacks. Not really panic as in like it's just more of a what are people going to think about me, like, and are they looking at me like weirdly? I have like second thoughts. This is not a good topic. Macam tu lah. Other than that topic, I also can just talk about, I like purples. Like, if you can see, my background is purple. I mean, if you're watching on YouTube, or if you know me in real life, you pretty much know that I love purple. My phone case is purple, and my bottle is purple, my hoodie is purple. Even my pencils are purple. Even my perfume is purple. What else is purple? My blanket is purple. My notebook is purple. My CV is purple. What else? The only thing that is not purple is my hair. I mean, I was about to color my hair purple, but at the same time, I'm dark skinned. Having a dark skin with colored hair, I have zero confidence. I mean, I can just rock it, but then, I don't feel like I would be like, the next thing if I colored my hair purple, you won't be seeing me in hoodies, like plain hoodies only, but you'll be seeing me with hoodies and a hat to cover my mistakes or my very purple hair. I mean, if you think that I can rock purple hair, probably, you know what, give me a push, because hey, you only live once, might as well try once or twice before you die. So what else? What other drafts that I have that I can think of? Purple number 2. The reason why I like purple. I mean, I can just talk in the same episode if I choose to talk about purple, then that can be, the topic purple. The reason why I like purple. What are my purple things or whatever? Purple stuff. Let me grab my notes. Let's see. Even reading my notes, like my draft notes, I feel embarrassed. Rather, embarrassed is more of a, is this really a good topic to say out loud? Yeah. But then, you know what? I'll just try to read everything, or I'll just read the ones that I've never tried to talk about. Capable versus incapable and dependent versus independent. I've always wanted to talk about this, but as always I forget about it. Probably because I'm living like this, like the topic, to a point where I'm just like, you know what? Just do it. I mean, just do it as in like just continue with life. Because even if I do complain about being capable and incapable, being dependent versus independent, it's like nothing's gonna bring nothing good is nothing will benefit me because it's not like uh I would feel. I mean, I know that I would feel like as like how do I say? I know I would feel the good talking about it because it has been like a very long time but dumb kind of topic. But at the same time, if I talk about it and it does not bring me any ease or a sense of relief, then I'll just scratch it out. What scares you nowadays? I've covered that with Mariam. Rubik's Cube Syndrome, I've covered that. I've done that in the earlier episode of, like, brief. Yeah, I've done that. Sorries and thank yous. Hmm. To explain what the topic is all about is that I don't like sorries and thank yous. Like I do not accept uh sorries and thank yous. Because most of the time, like for instance, if you're making if you did something wrong to me, there will be two things that is in my head. Number one, I am also at fault, so you don't have to be sorry. And second, if uh the other person did was in the wrong, and I'm the one who is like not wrong couple. I don't know what to. Yeah, I'm not trying to play victim, but now for instance, like if like the other person did super duper wrong thing to me, then if the only thing that they can say is sorry without taking any feeling, about giving taking action, like it's like empty words. It's like just plain empty words where you would say sorry to escape guilt, and then you end up doing the same thing over and over again. So that is most of the time whenever I feel like people did something wrong to me, I would be like, you know what? I'll accept your apology only if you're like you you're doing something to correct the correct phrase whenever you're trying to apologize is like, I'm sorry, I won't do it again. Make you how can I make you feel better that I can guarantee that I won't repeat the same mistake that I've done? That is the kind of, like, I mean, at the same time, I'm just being hard on people if it's like that. And I mean, I could just forgive people, but I guess I just if you forgive people for every wrong that they've done, pretty much you if you tolerate too much of what people the mistakes, or if but if they've done wrong to you, then that is how they will treat you in the future. Which, if you just tolerate any wrongdoings, then they will keep on doing it until you be like, please stop, please correct your the things that I feel wrong. Something like that lah. And even thank yous. I mean, as like I don't, because me being me, I always resort to like actions first rather than words. Like if I did something wrong, I would say sorry straight ahead. I mean, I wouldn't say sorry straight ahead. I would feel super duper bad because I would be like, god damn it, I've done something wrong. But the next thing I always do is that I always take action to correct the mistake. Like, okay, you know what? I'm going to correct it. But I'll feel bad throughout the day, week, months, because crap, I've done it wrong. It's the kind of feeling that I always have whenever I did something wrong. But most of the time, even though I don't say sorry, I always like correct it, like try to like compensate or make things better. Like even if like, for instance, I cook oh crap, I cook daging kunyit way too watery or too, it's not even pekat, and then crap, it's gonna be my trauma. And then I know what to do. Do not add water. And same goes with thank yous. I mean, depending lah. Some things, if I'm doing like, if I'm helping you out of nothing and then you give me a thank you, and then I'll accept that thanks. The thank you, like, hey, thank you, yeah, sure, no biggie, is what I would say. However, if it's responsibility, I do not really accept thank yous because I know it's my responsibility. Why do you have to say thank you? And once again, this is just me being hard on myself, which I don't know why. I mean, I could just live life without having too much expectations or, having too much rules for myself. But then, yeah, I don't know why. I wonder why. This is why I think I myself is very complicated to a point where it is better for me to be like not attached to any relationship or people because it's for the better good. I do not want to trouble or make things hard on the other side, or people trying to like, god damn it, I just make him pissed. Is the kind of like I want to avoid. What else? I'm anxious about living that I have a survival kit in my shopping cart and my bag. Is one of the drafts that I have. Cause in my Shopee cart, like whatever you call it, I don't know. It's not I'm going to buy it. It's just in my cart for a long time. I have like those, like, the fire starter kit flint. That is one. I even like put a small tent and sleeping bag in my cart. What else? Uh what do you call that knife? The multi-purpose knife? Not the multi-purpose. The thing where you open and then there's a lot of things in that very small handy tool. What do you call it? Let me search for it. Handy tool knife. It's called pocket knife? No. There's a word for it. There's a name for it. Oh no, not this. What is this? Swiss knife. Yes. It's called a Swiss knife. I have a Swiss knife, and also I have one in my bag, and also I have one in my cart. Other than that, I have like a hiking rope for some reason. I don't know why, because probably I am very anxious, or I believe that who knows, the world suddenly starts flooded, suddenly flooded with like suddenly like water rise, and then we're drowned. The whole city, the whole Malaysia is drowned, is flooded. Then hey, I mean, at least I have like few kits that can make me survive. Yeah, I am that anxious with like the things that are bound to happen but not in the near future, but probably this is, yeah, it shows how paranoid I am. What are the other topic that I have? See, I'm scrolling. I'm like, what do you call, flipping pages, because there is a bunch of it, but I choose not to read the ones that I just feel like, nah, I'm not gonna talk about it. I don't even know what I'm right. What I wrote. Control freak. I don't celebrate my birthday. That is a topic that I have, and I have very less confident to talk about that because why everyone celebrates birthday and then I do not like celebrate my own. If you think that is a good topic, please tell me, or just try to say like why. What else? What else? What else? I am overly emotional. I guess I did cover about this because I am very a highly sensitive person and it's very troubling. I mean, it cannot, I mean, to look on the bright side or try to be positive about it. I mean, hey, I can just look at positively. At least you're being, at least I am being, oh, I'm aware of every single thing. But on the negative side, it burns me out, is what I think. Once again, if you think that is a good topic, then just tell me. I mean, hey, tell me more about highly sensitive people. The reason for this podcast, I've done it very first. I've, to my surprise, the title, the reason why I want to start a podcast, that title, I have 2 episodes of it. Probably 3. Hmm. However, I can change a bit, which is how to start a goddamn podcast if you're interested. And the know-hows and my mental prep that I can share, maybe I can do that also. I mean, that is one of the recent ones, but then the older entries that I have are mostly like just journal entries when I was like working in Lim Kok Wing University, which I find, ew, because I'm already out. I do not want to dwell on, because one thing also about me, I have like this problem. For instance, music. I do not listen to like music, like old music, not really old music, music that I songs that I share to like with a friend. Like for instance, I have this, having this group of friends, and then I associate these music, these songs to them because I listen to them at that time, and whenever, and like it became like a milestone or like a monument or like a memoir that resembles or it's just like this song reminds me of them, and if everything goes like well, then I should like that song. However, most of the time, since I'm very bad with like maintaining a relationship with people or staying too long with groups of people, the thing that I associate like music or song for the this, what do you call, for this case, um since the situation got bad or worse or turned into a bad memory, then the memoir, the song, the music that I associate, it will become something that I hate. And it is worse when there's like multiple albums of or songs to a point where like that song was so nice, but then at the same time whenever I listen to it I'll just remember all the bad stuff. But most of it already I've like I can listen to it already because we people move on from things. Some take longer duration of time to move on, but at least I've moved on. I mean, I can listen to those songs again at least. Although it's just that it's not my taste anymore. Not that because I have like a grudge to that memory, but then it's just that probably I forced myself to fit into people's tastes at that time. I mean, it was a good song, but at the same time, I wouldn't really listen to it till the end of my days, which is very extreme. I shouldn't say that. Okay, so I'll just stop here because I've like since I'm doing this like almost every day, I limit myself to like 30 minutes plus minus if I'm doing solo. However, if I'm doing with people, if like there's anyone or any friends want to like do podcast with me in this podcast of mine, then I would do like 1 hour or two, and I wouldn't really mind because conversations with friends are fun and we can talk for hours. As much as I want to do it every day, I need to know my limitations. I mean, at the same time, I know that they say practice makes perfect, or you'll be better when you practice a lot. I mean, it's true, but at the same time, you can get burnout. You can get like tired from long solo talks. I mean, even if like you think about it, talking to yourself in front of the camera for 30 minutes or 1 hour is wow. And it's okay if you do it once a week, but then if you're doing it every single day, then try not to push yourself too hard. 無理しないでください. Okay, I guess I'll stop here. And that is all from Joey Molly's Thoughts and Knots podcast. It has been a very weird nonsense episode as I have like nothing planned. Since I made this like impromptu. But before this, if you like listen to this episode and you're like, hey Zol, I think that topic you mentioned is interesting. If you have like, oh, this thought, or pretty much if you want me to talk about anything that you think that like, hey, what do you think about this? Then help a brother out. So it has been. Bye bye.